Scorpio, welcome to your reading for the week of March 13th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com. But let's see what is going on for you this week. Great week for work and business for sure. Be careful with paperwork. I would say all water signs need to be careful with paperwork at this time, especially with the Venus retrograde. Venus will be eventually retrograding into Pisces. Definitely, so bad time for paperwork and signing paperwork without going over it several times. But you start off with the Eight of Diamonds. This is a card of the entrepreneur. Very good card for business and making money in general. Also says you will directly receive energy back from what you put into work. So that was a little bit confusing how I just worded that, but exactly what you put in is exactly what you're going to get back this week. There's going to be a very kind of even exchange of energy. So the more energy you put in, the better into whatever it is that you're working on. I would say it's a very good work week for you with this card. Even if you don't work, even if you're retired, it's a very good card for like investments, finding new investments, investing money into new things. And again, even if you're looking for a job, it's a very good card for spending extra time in putting out resumes and things like that, because the more you do, the better a chance you'll get what you want with this card. It's also a card that represents material success on the horizon. It says the things you want are coming, but there is a little bit of patience that you need to have this week, but it's still a very, very good card. Next, you have the King of Spades. It's funny because I always look at the Spades cards as Scorpio for whatever reason. And the King of Spades is definitely a card of justice, more justice coming in for you. And it says that wherever there have been injustices in the past, those things are being corrected. Also a good card of like ambition, just being very ambitious this week. I think a lot of you could feel very fired up and wanting to get a lot done this week in all different areas. For some of you, that's love. For some of you, what else do we have here? Yeah, for some of you, it might be like education even. For others of you, it's going to be business, of course. This is a card of overcoming your obstacles. You can see he's chopped the head off this snake. And in this deck, the Jack and the Queen both have a snake wrapped around their body. And it represents that they haven't learned like where their problems are. They haven't learned where their obstacles really are. But with this card, you can be sure that you'll overcome some obstacles. Next, again, Three of Diamonds. Double check all paperwork. This is a card of legal problems involving paperwork, especially if you're involved in something legal. Double check your paperwork. You never know what you can find with this card, too. If you're in some sort of legal battle or something, you might be able to find something that could benefit you with this card just by going back over the paperwork. You could find a mistake on the other side that could help you. So again, just make sure to go over anything. Be very careful with contracts this week with this card because again, you might miss something important, so you might want to check it at least 2 times, preferably like 4 times. Next, you have the Nine of Hearts, card of wishes, card of getting something you wish for, getting something you want. Can also represent an ending of cycles in love. So that if you've been going through similar love cycles, like no love for a long time, this can represent finally love opening up to you. Or again, maybe you've been experiencing similar relationships. This card can represent an ending to those things. Also, a card of long-distance relationships, having long-distance relationship and just thinking about that and thinking about how to get it to kind of work and stuff. Next, you have the Eight of Spades. I think you'll be very busy this week, so again, watch your health. This is a card of needing to get plenty of rest and drink plenty of water. Don't sacrifice your health for, work. I've done it myself for many, many years, and trust me, it's not worth it. So, make sure to get plenty of rest, make sure to get exercise and all this other stuff. I've told the story before. If you watch my earlier videos, I'm about like 30 pounds heavier in those videos. In my very first videos, it's because I just sat in a chair and worked all the time. And again, it was definitely a sacrifice that I should not have made because, you pay for that sort of thing. So make sure to take care of yourself this week if you're being busy. Again, the Eight of Spades is not a bad card. It just says, it's kind of like a warning card. It just says, don't fall into those types of traps. And finally, you have the Five of Hearts. This can represent a new relationship coming in, and it can also represent jealousy at work, probably because things are going really well for you. Again, I always say this is jealousy to be ignored. So ignore the haters, ignore the jealous people this week in life. But looks like a really great week for you. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your week.